Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 6. So the last episode of Buffy was a really significant one in many ways, and it ended not as dark as it could have, obviously. Thankfully, Anya got out of that situation alive. Thankfully, Halfrick did not. but I don't know. Xander and Anya are both so hurt, and it's such a difficult situation for the both of them. So at this point, I know this is the last season of Buffy, so eventually we're going to have the ultimate resolution of all the characters. And I haven't really thought too seriously about how things might end for everybody, but I'm starting to. And as far as Anya and Xander, I don't think I want them to get back together. I think I've said that before, but I do want them to find some peace individually and also between them, and I think we did get closer to that with that final scene. But it was a serious episode. I mean, that was kind of a major thing, some major conflict between Xander and Buffy, and obviously some major conflict between Anya and Buffy, right? So I have no idea where we're going to pick up. Are we going to be dealing with the aftermath of that this episode? Or are we going to go on to something totally different? No idea, but I am excited to find out. As always, you want to watch along the full unedited reaction that is, of course, on Patreon. You can also check out future reactions of both Buffy and Angel if you don't want to wait. Let's just get right into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 6.
You're gonna live in a small room over there.
There's something more emphatic than hate. Can I revile the plan? I invite you in, Nimrod.
Don't want your sodding food.
I mean, of course not.
The school basement is making him crazy. We can't just leave him there.
Yeah.
You're not starting up again with a whole...
No. 1,000 gallons of no.
Okay, good. I mean, obviously not, but
What does that mean? Spike is all soul having?
he has guilt and regret.
He's been through a lot, okay? And nobody is attacking
Buffy. Sorry,
Yeah.
this can't work.
And you've already stopped talking to invisible people.
Said you weren't helping Spike out of pity. What is it?
I think she cares for him still on some
Drinking
level.
soda, some kind of a Zen non-answer?
It's Buffy in mom mode.
You love him?
No, I feel for him.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I feel for Spike.
Spike disgusts you, but secretly you two are doing it like bunnies, and then he died for you, but he tries to rape you. Xander had a soul when he stood Anya up at the altar.
That's not comparable at all.
I just don't understand these relationships where you all do insane things.
Bye, rant girl.
Beautiful mural and every ugly mural in the world.
And now that thought is done. That thought is done. Okay, welcome to being a teenager. Nothing like getting rid of existential thoughts like someone attractive, especially if you're young. Who is this character gonna be, though? I don't trust him. Okay, so is this gonna be a Dawn-focused episode? Please tell me. That would be fun. And as far as Spike, what would I tell Dawn if I were Buffy? I don't know. It's complicated, and you'll understand when you're older. I mean, I still think that Spike is not really to blame. The Spike of today is not to blame as much as if he didn't have a soul, if that makes sense. I don't think it really does make sense, but... Who the heck is this dude?
Okay, think about that. I mean, maybe one of them pissed off this, the Hoffman.
And he's gone. He's gone. Goodbye. Rest in peace.
Thank you for the generous life-saving. Now,
Is it gonna be awkward between them?
I don't need anyone's help. I do, but I don't want to need anyone's help.
I love that. I don't want to need anyone's help. I can relate.
I don't want my friends out there alone right now.
And you are a friend, despite having tried to just kill you.
Willow's not very good with the practical strategize, except when she's evil.
Alright, let's get
Dawn,
that side of her
she's
out.
not really good for anything.
How could you trash on Dawn like that? Is this really gonna be like Dawn just having a massive crush on a guy? That's her storyline for this episode? Oh my gosh. No, there's gonna be a twist.
Hey, Summers.
You had Mr. Gurn for English back at your old school. I have him this year.
Oh, shoot.
You know, I meant drag in a good, fun way.
You know, the tryouts tomorrow?
Oh, dang.
A vending machine fell on Cheryl, and all you can think about is new cheerleaders.
I heard someone saying we're gonna go all the way to the championships this year.
You actually have a good shot.
Yeah, well, if you can get us past Highland.
You actually think Coach should start your quarterback over me?
The quarterback is the most important member of the team.
Dang, Dawn doesn't give up.
Can I give you a hand with that?
It's okay, she can do it herself.
Hey, we're all on the same team, right?
Not to that girl. She's very jealous. Poor Dawn, I feel bad. It's alright.
We'll talk later, guys. It's cool.
It's alright. They're not good enough for you. At least this is better than being like her big sister falling in love with every vampire, you know.
Up next, we have Dawn Summers.
The pause like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this girl would even think about trying out. How could she? How could she? The sacred duty of being a cheerleader.
We've got a secret weapon, and his name is RJ.
Oh, shoot.
Go, RJ!
Oh, shoot. Oh, dang. She really went for it, but, no. And now he's embarrassed.
Come on, Donnie.
Oh,
Come out.
Oh, the tragedy of being a teenage girl.
RJ's never gonna notice me now.
He noticed.
I mean, with the falling and that spirit.
Just not in a positive way. Oh, gosh.
Dawn.
High school will be over soon, don't worry.
I don't think tonight's gonna be good for videos,
Still better than a cozy evening with Spike. Shall I order a pizza? Don't teens in a snit like pizza?
He's not a snit. RJ hates me now.
He doesn't hate you.
It's the end of my life.
Oh.
Sorry that you feel so bad. In the morning, this won't seem so terrible.
It might.
I do know him. I know his soul.
His soul?
It's the jacket. Something about the big letter on the chest. You couldn't just pin any old felt letter to your coat and get play. Not that I tried.
I love RJ.
Since yesterday,
Romeo and Dawn.
I believe that you think it's real. It seems real to you.
Maybe I don't want advice from the dysfunction queen.
Dang.
You have no idea what real love is. If you did, you wouldn't make fun of me this way.
Oh, come on.
Just go. Leave me alone.
Yeah, just give her space. I don't think there's anything that's gonna make her feel better at this point.
Just talk to the coach.
All his fumbles in practice, he was gonna come down on you.
I'm starting on Saturday.
Oh, dang. Dang.
And you knew this was coming.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, sports are competitive. It's gonna work like that sometimes.
He works so hard,
It's dog eat dog. Make the best man win.
but nobody's better than RJ.
Is Dawn under a spell? Am I crazy to question that? Oh, shoot! What the? Holy, what? What storyline is this for this episode? Dang.
1 minute he was walking, and the next he fell.
Why would he say you pushed him down the stairs?
Because I did.
Maybe he was just embarrassed, especially when you're popular and athletic.
Yeah, well,
Buffy knows what happened.
I'm gonna have to call Coach Wheeler. Not a conversation I really want to have.
At least he's still got RJ to take over.
Now Buffy realizes.
I'm just really sorry it happened.
Are you, though? Are you? Dang, I mean, every teenager has a crush. Not every teenager shoves someone down the stairs like that.
I think it's cool that you faced him.
He just wanted me to tell him about the accident.
Definitely an accident.
It sucks when these things just happen out of nowhere.
Does he know?
You want to meet up? Spike definitely seems a little more cogent, less. Once you get back to Seoul, me and you start, like, picking up your own wet towels off the floor.
No, not at all.
Buff.
I think that's the guy.
That is.
What is that shirt made of? Paint?
Is that Dawn?
Glad Donnie isn't here to see her precious boyfriend.
That's Dawn, right? Of course. Oh shoot, Buffy. Oh shoot. I'm surprised Buffy didn't intervene immediately.
Told me you were going to the library. Not go out on a date without informing me first. Anna Nicole Smith thinks you look tacky.
Who?
It's my life. I'll do what I want to.
I don't think so.
Your mom now?
No, I'm not.
I mean, a little bit.
You've always been the special one. Hot little Buffy with her boyfriend.
No, it's not that. Who's that?
RJ?
No, it's not him.
I saw you. I saw you with RJ.
This girl's crazy.
You think I'm stupid?
Yes, I do.
You know what's sad? A girl who can't move on when she's been dumped.
He didn't dump me!
Oh, shoot, shoot! Here we go, some super strength to break this up.
RJ is mine, I mean it! Stay away from him!
Oh, dang.
Try doing your own homework. No more getting these young, impressionable women to do it for you. Avoid detention, RJ. Sound good?
Whatever.
Look, he's not expelled for that.
I'm a bit more formidable than Mr. Wood. You might come to look fondly on his back ride.
What are you gonna do, Buffy?
I was sorry about the homework.
Not the homework, Mr. Wizard.
My little sister.
And you saw how hot she looked last night. I think that proves that she...
No. You turn on the charm, you get whatever you want, no matter who gets in your way, right? I crush little girls and all their little feelings. All I have to do is trying their best. It doesn't mean you get to disregard other people's feelings.
What was that?
People look up to you, and you need to keep that in mind when you run a lot, huh?
Something's going on for sure.
Pretty hard, don't they?
I guess so.
Something with the jacket, right? Some special power?
At least I was there when I was still in high school. Which I was just a couple of years ago, really.
He's like, I'm still young, I'm still young.
I'm not really older at all, actually. Just like you, with the sexual experience and stuff.
Jeez, Buffy.
I think you better get back to class.
Okay. Thanks.
So there is a supernatural angle, so you can't even blame Dawn, okay. How long lasting is the effect, though, you know?
Talk to RJ. I think he likes you.
Tell me what he said about me, including intonation.
Didn't have a thing to say against you. He said that you came on a little strong.
Now Buffy is competing for this guy.
Lay back a little.
Some other girl's gonna come and sweep him up.
But we have inside info.
We, like we're a team working for the same objective.
With me looking out for you.
Thank you.
Does it work on guys, too, you know? Are guys gonna be falling in love with this guy when he puts on the jacket?
We need to see RJ Brooks down in the guidance office.
Buffy using her authority to her advantage, her romantic advantage.
There's no one here.
I'm here.
One of you, and there's one of me.
I don't know why they're playing this music like this is 10 Things I Hate About You or something.
Not coming on too strong.
Oh, great. Is something actually gonna happen? And Dawn's gonna find out?
I've always been fascinated by football. So what's it like to
Oh, this is gonna hurt their relationship so much, Buffy and Dawn.
juggling some stuff when I was in high school too, which was also very...
I just graduated 2 days ago, practically.
I wish somebody would just get him off my back.
Yeah.
If only Angel could see you now. Oh dang, oh dang.
You're like a teacher.
Not really.
Yes, absolutely. Dang, dang. The drama in this episode, man. This is...
That guy in the jacket?
I don't even want to hear his name anymore.
I just called him that guy in the jacket.
What I used to call him in my head.
Sorry to laugh while you're in so much pain, Dawn, but that's pretty funny.
Maybe I should go get Buffy.
No, I don't ever want to see her again.
I thought this was about that guy in the... that guy with the thing.
It's about both of them.
And Xander thought Buffy and Spike was bad.
Xander, hi. This is RJ.
She introduces him.
Crying isn't gonna make his love for me go away, you know.
Listen, you're under a love spell.
Yes, yes, exactly.
He's right. You're under a spell. Oh.
No, you.
Soon, neither one of you will be in love with this boy.
He's not a boy.
What do you know about our love?
This is how intense the spell is, though.
I'd finally found something and you betrayed me.
I betrayed you?
Yes, obviously.
You're not supposed to do this.
Why? Because he's younger than me?
There's a million reasons, Buffy.
You were the one I trusted.
Dang. Whatever this spell is, it might do irreparable damage.
Love spells. People forget how dangerous they can be.
Been there.
Yeah, you're really traumatized by that.
Hey, I knew his brother. He was a big jock at Sunnydale High, too. Maybe he was a way in.
Now look for a picture.
So keep an eye out if this guy looks twitchy.
What?
So what's up with RJ?
I know a girl that might be going out with him.
You might not know it now. Looking at me back then, I was quite the guy.
Someone who peaked in high school. Although his house is nice, you know.
I was worried about RJ. Used to be all into comic books, Model UN. I found all this poetry under his bed. He wrote it.
Did he?
You're wearing your brother's jacket.
Here in this picture. That jacket was with me all the way through high school.
Where did you get the jacket?
Dad gave it to me. Made a big deal about it, too. How he met Mom.
It's a family thing.
You guys don't have to take off. I got sort of a rumpus room set up in the basement.
Oh, this guy needs some friends.
Leanne, there's little boxes of raisins if you want snacks.
We really gotta go.
Is that his mom? I was gonna say, he makes decent money with that house. I guess not.
If you found the right one, probably just do an anti-love spell.
What?
I'm the same. What?
Maybe it's Xander with some answers from the brother.
No, it's gonna be someone else. Oh, shoot! Shoot, what if it works on Willow? Close the door!
Miss Somers?
Buffy's not here. Go away.
You sure?
Close the door!
Tell her to call me.
And now you two! Shoot, shoot! It takes like 10 seconds. This is just regular life for Brad Pitt, honestly.
I looked into him and I saw his soul.
Unless his soul is in his ass.
What's going on?
Willow thinks she's in love with my boyfriend, RJ. What?
Oh my gosh.
This isn't about his physical presence.
His physical presence has a penis.
I can work around it.
Oh my gosh.
Who loves him the most? Willing to look past the whole orientation thing.
I'd kill for him.
You'd kill for a chocolate bar.
That's true. But who wouldn't, right?
I'm a Slayer. Slayer means kill. I'll kill the principal.
I can prove my love with magic.
Use magic to make him into a girl.
Well, I was like, thank you for the idea.
Sorry, Donnie. You're never gonna get him.
No.
I think Dawn realized something. What the? This is such a unique episode, man, with the musical cues and the whole theme. You're gonna rob a bank for him, Anya? Trying to be a sugar mama? What is Dawn doing? She can't live without his love, so she's laying down the tracks? Dang.
Create a daughter from us.
Just in time.
What are you doing?
Proving I love RJ the most.
RJ's a guy.
That's why I'm doing my spell. He doesn't have to be. Or Buffy and Anya and Dawn have a chance to prove that they love RJ the most. Well, Buffy's gonna kill Principal Wood.
Let's start there.
And with the bazooka? I mean, come on. I actually hope this happens. This would be hilarious. Poor principal, though. You have no idea. You have no idea. This has happened to every principal when they're not looking. Yeah, don't look out the window. Do your paperwork. There you go. Focus.
What are you guys doing? Who are we looking for?
Shoot, someone's got to find Dawn.
Hey, crazy chicks, look.
Dawn?
Come on. This would be the worst way to die here. Go! Man, if they had gotten there like 10 seconds later.
You're gonna steal RJ by being trisected?
You know there was someone that loved him so much they'd give up their life.
No guy is worth your life, not ever. I would give him to you if I could. It's how much you're scaring me.
That was strong enough to get Buffy out of the spell?
I thought you wanted him for you.
Nah.
No?
My God, that boy is hot. I think I might be under a spell here.
That broke her out of it a little bit. She has a tiny bit of self-awareness now.
Now you're sure you understand the plan?
Kill him quickly? Alright, let's do it.
Hey! Ow!
Does he realize that the jacket is the only reason? I don't think he does.
Sweet victory.
This tool gets his jacket from his brother. We got it from their father, and we'll never know where he got it.
Yeah, where did he get it? Where did it start?
Can't believe
I can't believe I...
We're not responsible for anything we did morally or legally.
I feel so stupid all over his spout.
It's not your fault. You had no control.
Get ready to feel even stupider when it's not.
And that's true.
You never told us what you can't believe you almost.
Almost two now?
She actually went through with it.
What did you do?
I wrote a poem.
Now the latest on Sunnydale's late night bandit.
Bank robbery.
A masked thief held up a number.
I wish they had showed us. Does she still have the money? Dang, that's how we ended? Wow. Wow. I can't tell if that was a straight up comedy episode or not. Alright, so that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 6. So that was a very interesting episode of Buffy. A very unique episode. And at least for me, it was more comedic than most Buffy episodes, even though it didn't really start out that way. Like, some of the drama almost seemed intentionally over the top for the purpose of humor, but maybe not. Maybe it was meant to be dramatic, and maybe other people felt different things as they were watching this episode. I'm not too sure. I'd kind of be curious what the overall audience and fan base reception is around this episode. I mean, it's really kind of centered around a simple premise, which is we have this super powerful love spell attached to this guy's jacket. It leads to complications, right? It leads to fighting between sisters and friends, and almost leads to very deadly results, right? And, you know, I think the beauty bias is a real thing, and both men and women can be susceptible to the charms of someone who is very, very attractive. I think that's just reality. Now, obviously, the love spell exaggerated all the behavior, but it's a story as old as time. You hear about someone doing something stupid because there's someone attractive, right? You know, it can work with a girl seducing a guy seducing a girl, and it doesn't even have to be a seduction necessarily. Like, if you're around someone who's just super attractive to you, it can be very difficult to think correctly, to speak correctly, and to behave correctly, right? And you're more susceptible, and it's more understandable when you're younger, when you're a teenager and you're new to these feelings, to these hormones, to the feeling of an intense crush or an intense attraction. It's more understandable if you do something stupid because of that, or if you make a mistake, or if you just act differently. But when you're an adult, it's not as if those feelings go away. I mean, hopefully you've matured, and hopefully you have some solid principles. But at the end of the day, like, everyone is susceptible to a certain extent. It's kind of why when you're in a relationship, I think it's just common sense to not put yourself in situations where you're going to be tempted to be unfaithful. It's not because you don't love your partner or that you're a terrible person. It's that it's just acknowledging the reality that we're all human. We all have our animalistic drives. And if you put yourself in a situation where something stupid can happen, where you can make a mistake and be unfaithful, it increases the likelihood of that happening exponentially. So I think it's just a good rule of thumb to recognize that as a human being, all of us are weak and stupid. And when it comes to, you know, being attracted to someone, let's say, like in this episode, kind of the metaphor, someone who's physically really beautiful, guy or girl, even if you're older, like someone like Buffy, who should know better, you know, where that's really an inappropriate thing, that doesn't mean that's something you don't have to control or have to pay attention to. I mean, how many stories are there about teachers and their students? We hear about that all the time. As unpleasant of a side of kind of reality that is, there's a reason why that happens, right? Just like this episode, the consequences are not just something to laugh at, even though I think they portrayed the consequences in such an over-the-top way in this episode to be comedic. I mean, especially with certain things, even with the way they ended the episode with Anya robbing a bank and staring into the camera, things like that, which I appreciate because, you know, sometimes it's a little bit much if you have a really heavy subject matter and then you treat it with a super heavy episode. I think, you know, they decided with this episode of Buffy to kind of deal with something that could be super serious, but exaggerate it for the sake of humor while also kind of including that lesson. But like I said, the consequences of behaving foolishly or really inappropriately because you're around someone who's really attractive, they can be severe. And I also think it shows the consequences of someone who is attractive messing with the emotions of other people and kind of using their looks to their advantage. Not that there's anything wrong with taking advantage of if you're, blessed genetically and you're really good looking. Good for you, like that's a free gift that you got from your parents. But just because it's a free gift doesn't mean you want to use it in a way that is inconsiderate of other people's feelings. For example, if you're a really good looking guy and you intentionally are flirting with a bunch of girls in your high school because they're going to do you favors, like do your homework, when really you're not interested in them at all, it might seem harmless to you, but you might be crushing this girl, and who knows what she might do to herself or to others, or how much pain might ripple around her friends or her family because of how heartbroken she is when you're just messing with her emotions. And that also extends to beyond just being a teenager, even though everything is amplified at that age. Just in general, I think you do have a responsibility, if you're a really attractive person, to not use that in a way that hurts other people. That's just kind of common sense. But I like that this episode showed how you can't afford to be oblivious if you have that effect on people, right? And you need to still recognize that you need to be responsible. But like I said, I'm making this After Dark very heavy and kind of serious. I think the episode itself, tonally was very funny. I mean, they had that one moment where they're like breaking the screen up into 4 different screens. I think, had they done that before with Buffy? I don't know if they've done something quite like that, and with the music and everything, it was just pretty funny. And I'm glad in a certain way that Buffy and Dawn both went through this together, because, the way things turned out, it could have really driven them apart from each other, and they made so much progress in the relationship, and that's something I'm so happy about at this point in the show, that I would hate something so stupid to cause a real rift in their friendship as sisters. But thankfully, everyone kind of acknowledges that they're under this ridiculously powerful love spell attached to the jacket. I don't think we're going to get any more resolution with the storyline, but I kind of am curious, like, what things were like with RJ, right? I mean, is he ever going to realize that that was attached to the jacket? How could you be so completely oblivious? Not only him, but his older brother and his dad, did they ever connect the fact that the jacket was what was making them ridiculously attractive? I mean, I wonder, like, were they truly just oblivious? It seems to be that's the way they presented it in this episode, and maybe that was for the symbolism that sometimes, people who are very attractive maybe don't pause to consider how they're affecting other people, and they just take it for granted and, use it to their advantage, perhaps. So maybe that's the reason why they had his character and his brother and his father seemingly oblivious. But part of me, like, the effect was so strong and so immediate. I'm just thinking, like, how could you go through life not realizing that there's this power of the one ring attached to your jacket when it comes to being attractive or not? But I'd love to hear your thoughts about this episode. Did you enjoy this episode? Did you notice the comedic tone and just how this episode in general felt very unique and different for a Buffy episode? Or is that just kind of my perspective and you feel differently? Any of your thoughts, I'd love to hear in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.